starting point is much the same as your starting point on Trump and collusion with Russia. You're so immersed in it that you believe it. Okay, you get so immersed that Trump hates science because of his opposition to climate change, and Trump hates diversity because he's a racist, and Trump hates transgenders because he's a homophobe, and Trump hates entitlements because he's conservative, and Trump hates diversity because he's a racist, and Trump despises evidence-based because he likes to put people in jail without any. If you believe all of that nonsense, then you would believe a story like this. These two stories dominated the weekend, folks. This and Trump firing Mueller, while all the other, much of it really great economic news has been totally abandoned, totally ignored. In another one of my tech blogs, I don't know how many of you people are aware of this, but an asteroid flew right by Earth not long ago, closer than it was predicted to fly. Did you read about this? It wasn't what? Well, no, it was detected by who? Well, no, it was detected. It's actually a couple months ago, a really, really weird asteroid flew through the solar system. And it looked nothing. I'm reading from a tech blog here, by the way. You won't. Just listen to this. It looked nothing like, and I got to tell you, these people all believe that because they're in tech, these are tech journalists, that they are scientists extraordinaire, that they're brilliant, that they are advanced, and that it's a special. Stephen Hawking is God. Neil deGrasse Tyson is God Jr. Carl Sagan's God Emeritus. Elon Musk is the God of God. I mean, it's incredible. Steve Jobs is the first son of God. Bill Gates is a dork. I mean, it goes on and on and on. These people are just... Anyway, a couple of months back, a really, really weird asteroid flew through our solar system. It looked nothing like any object humanity had ever spotted in space. It was moving fast. First, it was identified as a comet, then an asteroid, and most recently, scientists have been wondering if maybe it was actually an alien spacecraft. Folks, this is a serious blog post. I am not... You may laugh as you hear this, but the people that wrote this is God serious. Most recently, scientists have been wondering if it was actually an alien spacecraft. Now, after spending hours listening to the strange visitor with powerful radio telescopes, scientists say they haven't heard a peep. Yeah, because it's a rock. The object is shaped like a cigar. If it's really an asteroid, it would be the very first interstellar asteroid. That is, a rock that originated outside our solar system. Earlier this week, scientists from the Breakthrough Listen project pointed their ears toward this object in the hopes of hearing something, anything, that couldn't be explained by some natural process. After a preliminary review of the data, they haven't found anything that would suggest the object is actually an alien probe. But whether or not we should be happy about that is up for debate. An alien probe was what they seriously considered that rock to be. And then the rest of the post is devoted to what if it was. Humanity has been hastily attempting to make contact with intelligent extraterrestrial civilizations for decades now. We've sent spacecraft out of our solar system with directions on where to find us and shortwave radio messages to distant stars in the hopes that someone is listening. If we're going to meet aliens, these are probably our best shots at making first contact. But should we even be trying? Many scientists, every scientist, with an itch to find alien life has a counterpart who fears what that meeting may bring. Many astronomers and physicists, including Stephen Hawking, have warned that contact aliens could result in the utter destruction of mankind. Stephen Hawking has warned contacting aliens could result in the utter destruction of mankind. Why? Hang on. We simply don't know whether intelligent beings living elsewhere in the universe will see us as a friendly neighbor, a threat, or simply a nuisance that should be wiped out simply because we annoy them. Hawking said such advanced aliens would perhaps become nomads, looking to conquer and colonize whatever planets they could reach. If so, it makes sense for them to exploit each new planet for material to build more spaceships so they could move on. Who knows what the limits would be? Are you kidding me? All of this from a passing rock shaped like a cigar. It could have been an alien. It could have been an alien probe. The alien probe could have been looking for material to build more spaceships and kill us in the process. But a sigh of relief. For now, it appears that the strange object that just visited us isn't relaying messages with alien handlers on a distant star system, and maybe that's for the best. This is not intended as a joke post. It's not satire. It's not parody. This is real. There is now a fear because what Hawking, the aliens out there probing us, are simply going to wipe us out because we annoy them. And note, by the way, folks, in all of this discussion, aliens are always thousands of times smarter than we are. They have to be. How else would they get here? They would find us to be racist and sexist. They would chastise us for destroying our planet. They wouldn't want anything to do with us because we are so backwards and stupid, and they might just decide to kill us all. But Hawking has the solution. Colonize Mars. Get out of here. Get off this planet before the real alien probe gets here and wipes us out. Why go to Mars? Why go to Mars? There's nothing in Mars. There's no material to build spaceships on Mars. The only place worth visiting, if you're an alien, is Earth. Why? To meet Stephen Hawking. And then Elon Musk. And resuscitate Jobs. And then Al Gore for inventing the internet. Okay, back to the internet. Ali Velshi, trying to save face in the midst of a common-sense onslaught by former FCC Commissioner Robert McDowell. After, this on MSNBC was last Thursday, after Ali Velshi, ex-CNN, tells McDowell he doesn't like his condescending tone. He said, I feel like you're condescending me with no reason whatsoever. I don't think we're really having a fair conversation here. I'm trying to have a conversation about the merits of unprincipled, unintended consequences, and you're just dropping legalese on me. And McDowell said, well, legalese is the issue here, Ali, baby. And you don't know what you're talking about. So here we pick it up. That's the final bite coming here.
We're not in a court of law right now. There's no judge in front of us.
I understand, but to your point, which is you're saying consumers are unprotected. That's just not true.
I did not make that argument once. I didn't say consumers. So you've come to this show ready for an argument that I'm not giving you. I'm saying that if someone has an advantage in streaming their content over the internet, an established player has an advantage because they've got the money to be able to buy better, faster, quicker access or prevent somebody else from getting it, the incumbent is favored over the startup. That's the only point I wanted to make. That's the only point I'm making.
And that would be illegal. That's the point I'm making. What you just said is already illegal. I know it's good clickbait to say the internet's being destroyed, but it's not.
It's already illegal. The point about net neutrality is from the beginning of its inception to 2 years ago was exactly when it grew and expanded and offered freedom. It was only the last 2 years we've had net neutrality. Ali Velshi is sit here worried that the big guys are going to eat the little guys and deny the little guys. And what McDowell was telling me, everything you're afraid of has been against the law and still is against the law. There are 3 different antitrust laws that all would have impact here. But these people live under the mistaken impression, their starting point is that Obama fixed it. Because Obama could do no wrong. Obama let Hezbollah keep trafficking cocaine to make sure his Iran deal happened so that Iran would get nuclear weapons. Obama presides over a declining economy and calls it the new normal, says get used to it. Obama says if you like your doctor, you like your program, you can keep him. Lying through his teeth, 18 different lies on health care alone. Obama destroyed the American health care system. They think Obama fixed the internet from the unfair advantages of the rich and the wealthy and the big people. Obama fixed it. In the last 2 years is the best the internet's ever been. And now Ajit Pai came along and just erased what Obama did. Now the internet's back to what it was for the first 15 years, illegal and a playground for the rich. They're just, folks, these folks are so dense and so stupid, but arrogant about their ignorance. It is stunning. I didn't come here. I not once came here for a conversation about consumers, and don't you ever... He thinks he knows so much about this. He doesn't know half of anything because he's a liberal, and everything they know is propaganda and lies that's presented and received in hatred. That's why I say, folks, it makes no sense to get in the weeds with these people and start debating merits of things. Just beat them. Just defeat them. Whenever the chance comes up like this, get rid of Obama's heavy-handed regulation of the internet of the last 2 years. Take it back to what it was when it grew, and you could get anything you wanted on it. Nobody complained about anything until the last 2 years. Anyway, I take a break. Sit tight. Much more coming up when we... And when I saw the picture, I thought maybe these aliens are looking for Monica Lewinsky. That's the first thought that I had when I saw the shape of this thing. But they didn't stop. They continued flying on by, and we'll never know. Never know. The Senate is expected to take up a tax bill Tuesday or Wednesday. Final votes could come as early as late tomorrow, Wednesday. Okay, cool. I didn't think the Senate was going to get going on this till Wednesday or Thursday. The House is going to vote tax reform tomorrow. The Senate maybe later in the day. Well, well, well. There's another story over the weekend that died. Remember the story that Lisa Bloom was offering mortgage payments and cash to women to come forward to go public about Trump abusing them? What happened to that story? Where'd that story go? That story got erased by the stupid CDC story, and it was erased by the Trump's going to fire Mueller story. This time of year is special. It's special for people who want it to be. Now, admittedly, not everybody plays ball. Not everybody finds this time of year any different than any other. Some people don't have pleasant memories. There's all kinds of people, all kinds of memories. But it is special for our friends at BaldandBranch.com. They hear from so many of their customers already enjoying their luxury sheets and bedding who are now buying the stuff as gifts for families and friends. And when you make this kind of discovery, and I'll tell you what, when you order Bold and Branch products, when you receive it is when you'll get the idea to give it as gifts. It's priced so that you can be. The packaging is stunning. The packaging already arrives as an excellently, perfectly prepared gift. And Bold and Branch sheets, these are sheets that are four figures, $1,000 or more in department stores. They found a way, selling direct to you at BaldandBranch.com, $200, $250. Same stuff, brilliant, luxury, great quality, incomparable. And Christmas time is a perfect time to share these kinds of discoveries with friends and family as gifts. You can place an order today. That's in time for the sheets to get wherever they're going, free, express shipping and delivery. Now, remember, Bold & Branch doesn't sell their brand of luxury in retail stores. It's only online. They do that to maintain individual relationships with their customers, and they can benefit from all the feedback they get. You order online at BaldandBranch.com. It's BOLL and branch.com. Whatever you order today will be shipped in their special packaging. It arrives appearing to be gift wrapped, made to look as special as it is. Everything made by Bold & Branch is made with their blend of pure organic cotton, whether it's the soft sheets or towels or throw blankets. Use my name at the promo code to save $50 off your first set of sheets at BaldandBranch.com. Now make sure to order today to ensure your gift is guaranteed for delivery in time of Christmas. And remember, 30 days to use them. And if they don't meet expectations, send them back for a full refund. You won't send them back. Hardly anybody does. BaldandBranch.com. And me. He said our past leaders built up nations overseas at the expense of America. He had one name in mind, and that's Barack Hussein Obama. But there are others. Past leaders did not protect our borders. He said, by expanding our wealth, we become a great nation. which can help spread wealth around the world. He said Americans have lost their belief in American greatness. I don't think that's it's a fine point. This speech apparently, as the excerpts that I'm seeing, apparently this was a home run. This speech sounds to me, just on these little one-line excerpts I'm seeing, this thing was just fabulous. He said, we're leaving an unfair climate accord. We're not getting into bad trade deals. But he focused on the great things that happen as a result of America getting wealthier in terms of worldwide leadership and inspiration. And remember, not long ago, there was a day that was particularly disruptive, and I don't remember what the particular event was, but one of the rejoinders we all had was, what do we as Americans have in common anymore? What is it that binds us? You go back to World War II, and we were bound together. We were a single nation. Yeah, we had some malcontents, but I mean, we were, for the most part, this country was united around victory and defeating evil in Japan, in Europe. We were focused on the concept of American victory and American greatness. And we don't have that now. There are people, when Trump talks about expanding American wealth, there are a sizable number of Americans who do not want that to happen. That's immoral. That's unjust. America shouldn't be wealthier than any other nation. But Trump's not talking about wealth that's acquired by stealing from others. He's talking about a renewed focus. Make America great again. Make America grow. Make America rich. Make it wealthy in all ways, in all areas. Make people proud to be Americans again. And we've got way too many Americans who aren't proud of America and will never be. And that's a shame. And that's the result of a liberal onslaught that has been going on since before I was a kid. And when I just saw that one little line, that excerpt about the great things that can happen from growing American wealth as a nation. He's not talking about individuals getting richer. He's talking about the country as a whole expanding its wealth, its economic wealth, individual wealth. And with that comes power to inspire. And it used to be that these were the kinds of things that we as Americans were proud of. We were actively proud to be Americans at one time. It was something that we carried around with us. It wasn't spoken often, but it was a constantly felt reality. And it wasn't at the expense of other people. It wasn't that we were better. It was that we were winning. We were on a winning team. America was a winning team doing good. And we were proud to be on that team. And that's gone now. After 8 years of Obama, but even before that, the universities are teaching people that kind of thinking is immoral, that it's unfair. There is no better than, there is no wealthier than. All of that is unjust and immoral, and it's typical of the American founding, and it need not be, it should not be. And so there are today Americans who don't like their country, are ashamed of their country for silly, illogical reasons. There are people that want their country continue to be torn down in size because somehow that's fairer and more equitable. And those people do not see the benefit to the world of a great and wealthy and growing America. They see America as somehow, and defies logic, as oppressive and as imperialistic. And as I'm looking at these one-line excerpts from this speech, and we'll have it in detail tomorrow, when I'm not going to start getting into it today. I'll just promise you tomorrow. I can guarantee you that it's going to be a bang-up segment. This speech apparently is where Trump really, for the first time since his campaign, articulated and spelled out his encompassing vision for this country and what it can again be. He said that the greatness of this country has always been its people. Now that you may think, well, that stands to reason. What is a country? but its people. He means it's not the government. He means it's not some series of programs. What has made this country great is the people, and what has enabled their greatness has been freedom, liberty. The Declaration of Independence. We are all endowed by our Creator with these inalienable rights: was life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. And when Americans pursue those things and achieve them, greatness happens, growth happens. Growth is not a dirty word. Economic growth is not a dirty word or dirty principle. It's not exclusive. It's not exclusionary. But apparently we had today an articulation of what this country once was, when everybody loved it and was proud of it and actively adored being an American and being part of this team that made America what it is. It was proud to be an American when you traveled internationally. And that's what Trump wants to rebuild. He wants to rebuild the America of his youth. He wants to rebuild the America as founded. And, of course, he is mightily opposed by people who do not think any of this is remotely possible or just. And that encapsulates, I think, the problem we face, is this growing percentage of people who live here who not just hate their country, but are embarrassed by it for illogical, stupid reasons. But this is how they've been trained. It's how they've been educated and taught. They see no benefit to a great America. They see no benefit to American exceptionalism. They see only injustice and racism and sexism and all the other isms. They're delusional. They're sick. They're wrong. They dominate education, academia. They dominate media. They are negative. They are pessimistic, and they are fatalistic. And that is not who we are. And those are not our values. I don't care how often they cite what they claim are our values. Our values are not pessimism, negativism, fatalism, defeatism, none of that. Our values do not include we deserve second rate. We deserve to lose. We deserve because we have unjustly and unfairly succeeded. I could be dead wrong. Speech could have been a total bomb, but from the one-line excerpts I've seen, I've been able to at least put this much together about it. So we'll see. Time will tell. Back in a second. Ohio. Glad you called, sir. How are you?
Great, Rush. Merry Christmas dittos to you, buddy.
Thank you.
Okay. Do you think Trump will fire Mueller and at the same time open an investigation on Hillary Clinton?
No.
Okay.
Let me focus more on the second part about open an investigation into Hillary. There are a lot of people who think that Mueller's going to do that himself, that Mueller is doing it, that you cannot miss Hillary. If you're investigating collusion with the Russians, and if you're doing it honestly, you can't miss the Clinton campaign's involvement with the Russians. They wrote the Trump dossier. How can you miss it? Here's the thing. We don't need an investigation to indict, charge, and convict Hillary Clinton. Comey already exonerated her. If there was a desire to get Hillary Clinton, we have enough. We don't need a new investigation. We don't need to try to uncover any more evidence. We've got everything we know, including it's enough to know that the FBI went out of its way to exonerate her. And the same people are in charge for all intents and purposes. I mean, I kind of have to laugh. I don't mean to be rude, but I understand the lock her up sentiment. I understand the anger. How can she get the hell away with this scot-free when she did pretty much everything they're accusing Trump of? And everybody already knows it. My point, everybody already knows it, and there's no investigation of Hillary. She's been exonerated from it. Now, as for Trump firing Mueller, don't see it. I think it's fake news. Politically, it's got more downsides than upsides. In fact, I'll tell you, I just heard a rumor. I just got an email with a rumor in it. The rumor is that Trump is telling people that Mueller is preparing a letter that exonerates Trump of any wrongdoing in all of this. It's a rumor. I do not know if it's true. I don't know if Trump knows this. I don't know if somebody told Trump this. I don't know if it's bogus. But the email I got suggests that Trump is telling people that he thinks, he's pretty sure Mueller is going to write a letter pretty soon to assure the American people that their president is not guilty of anything that he's looking into. That the country needs to know their president isn't guilty of anything when he's not. Whether that's true, but even if it's not true, let's deal with that, because the odds of this, who knows. But if Trump believes the public opinion polls, and Mueller's is not doing well in these public opinion polls, this investigation is not polling well. If Trump believes that whatever this investigation produces, that 48% of the American people are not going to believe it, why tamper with that? I don't. Now, whether in coming years, depending on what happens here, Trump conceives another investigation into Hillary, I wouldn't mind it. Don't misunderstand me, folks. I'm not suggesting I don't want, I'm just suggesting that we don't need to investigate her. That's been done. And they basically exonerated her, knowing pretty much everything there is to know. So my only point is, there doesn't appear to be, at the FBI or the DOJ, any desire to investigate or charge Hillary Clinton with anything. You know, folks, there is no way that you can send something and connect with all the people you'd like to during the holiday season. There's no way you, but there's something you can do that comes close. Christmas just a week away, and it's going to come fast this week, and sometimes you just run out of time. For those that you can't travel to see but want to remember with a holiday greeting, even if you're going to be able to go someplace, announce your arrival before you get. The idea that you are thinking about people will make them happier beyond your ability to understand. Everybody wants to be thought of. Everybody wants to think they're in people's thoughts, people that matter to them. And you can signal that you're thinking about people, that you love people, very easily. 1-800-FLOWERS will help you do it. Their flowers arrive fresh. They're guaranteed to last a long time. They're beautiful in the way they're packaged and arrive. And that's because they're picked at their peak. The same day you order them is when they pick them. They are sent for delivery within a day of having been in the field. Sending roses makes just the kind of impact I'm talking about. And 1-800-FLOWERS has selections of bouquets in colors of the season. If you order today, choose the date you want them delivered to friends and family that you may or may not be able to see this holiday season. They'll be delivered. And you will signal you are thinking of them. And that will make their day. 1-800-FLOWERS.com is the website, online or via mobile. Either way, they make it easy. You go online, click on the radio icon, and type in my name for special deals that they are offering this week. That's 1-800-FLOWERS.com. Type in my name, Rush, and see all the special offers, the special arrangements that you can choose from. It is a magnificent site. Plenty of ideas from which to choose. Okay, I am assured that my instinctive reactions to the Trump speech are accurate, that it was really good. And so we'll have it tomorrow in the form of sound bites that we can parse.